Most of your employees are going to suck, and your best employees are going to come from going through lots of employees. Both of these are bittersweet parts of being an entrepreneur and your own business owner, but they're reality, and that's what we're going to talk about today. This is Nomadic Chad, talking to you about revenue operations in 10 minutes, where we help six-figure earners transition into seven-figure earners by making money buying traffic and living anywhere. So I was in there's a lot of comparisons to this in dating, which is strange. You know, successful sales, there's a lot of comparisons to dating. And I'm starting to find that successful employing, even hiring contractors or finding the right just assistant or personal assistant, there's success in the numbers, but then at the same time, there's success strategy. You have to know what to keep, what to value, and what to hang on to. But first, let's talk about why most employees suck. And put yourself in this position for a minute. You're going through a Smoothie King. We're going to talk about Smoothie King and a Starbucks. You're going through a Smoothie King and you get all the way to the drive-thru and you try to order something, they're like, oh, the credit card machine don't work. And like, you go through this weird conversation in a drive-thru and then you realize that this employee's just sitting in there doing nothing, and they can't take money from anyone, and they can't run a business. Well, why is the door open? Why are the lights on? Why isn't there a sign outside? Because this person is getting paid minimum wage to just sit there. And as far as she or he is concerned, life is good when the business isn't making money. You know what I mean? There's no work coming in. All right, same with Starbucks. You go through and they like toss the paddle at you at the gate. It's gonna ask you a question. What's gonna ask me a question? It's gonna ask you what question? Or the other day I got to a Starbucks on a military base, no less, and it was 3:45 or something, and I asked for coffee. I drink coffee, and she said, "Oh, I'm sorry, we close in 45 minutes, so we're not making any more coffee." That's like your one business model is coffee, and I'm sure that the frozen drinks and the specialty drinks make more money, but like, you're a coffee shop. You're literally a coffee shop, and you won't sell hot coffee because you got to close in 45 minutes. So, but flip that real quick. It's not that Starbucks, the owner, won't sell coffee, or even make that a smaller cafe, because this happens to me in Kyle, Texas a lot also. It's that employee doesn't want to make coffee, a hot pot of coffee, because she doesn't want to have to clean it later, because she's minimum wage and her life is better when the business isn't doing business. Does that make sense? Her life is better when she could just sit there and get nothing. So now let's flip this to the entrepreneur who's trying to hire virtual assistants. Some of these, first off, you are rare. Let's start there. If you're a high achiever, if you're making six figures, if you think outside the box, if you solve problems for business owners, if you solve problems for your business, for your employers, for lack of a better word, you're rare. You're rare. And it took me a while to accept this or sit on this, because I thought what I did was the norm. I thought people looked at problems and wanted to find ways to solve it. I thought people looked at groups of other people or markets and decided that they wanted to serve that market, to create value, share value, and receive value. I thought I was just putting arbitrary labels on shit that was just normal. But you are rare. Hear this. If you go into a group of people and recognize problems and decide for yourself, I would like to solve that, you're rare. And you should understand that, because you're gonna get very frustrated when you start to hire virtual assistants. So I landed on one amazing assistant, and this was the reminder for me and about her, where good help is just hard to find, man. And she thought outside the box. She came with suggestions. She asked for more work. She was proactive. Just proactive alone is so damned rare in this market. So, but she got busy going to college. And this is what you're also gonna find out. Pay attention, employers. Your successful people are in demand. Your successful people are not gonna stick around long. They're not gonna stick around long because they're either gonna start their own thing or someone's gonna pay them a lot of money. Employers pay me a lot of money. That's why I continue to take W-2 work, because they pay me high six figures to solve problems for them. So when I'm hiring virtual assistants at 20 bucks an hour, even 20 bucks a gig sometimes, 10 bucks an hour, that bright, talented young lady is not gonna stick around. She's gonna go to, this one's in college, but someone else is gonna hire her full time. So you guys might look at this and be like, well, Chad, why don't you hire full time? Well, go pack sand, start your own business. It's kind of hard to hire someone at 100K right off the bat. So I'm gonna lose this one, and God bless her, and I wish her the best, and certainly éxitos and everything she does. But I've been trying to get her backfill, and man, it's excruciating. Just like, some people need black and white instructions for every little thing. You know, if it's not on the list, they're not gonna do it. If they see something that's just mildly out of line, but it's not on your to-do, they're not gonna do it. And you know, if you guys aren't actively hiring people, it's really easy to judge. This was my problem in the military too. Everyone thinks that you can outmanage shitty performance. Sure you can, but then you just created 2 full-time jobs for yourself. Like, why are you paying for help if it creates more work for yourself? You should be hiring people to do $10, $20 an hour jobs so they actually get them done. So I digress a little, but there's 2 takeaways I want you to have from this. One, if you're a high achiever, you need to remember most of the population sucks. Most of the population is lame and mediocre. They suck, and you are worth every penny. If you are solving problems on your own, if you're a self-starter, if you're finding solutions for your employer, you are worth your high 6-figure income. And your resume alone could just say, I get shit done. I solve problems. So keep that. Sometimes it seems like, again, like all these dating apps in the dating field, it seems like the market is saturated, but it's not, because you're rare. If you get things done, you're rare. Now, secondly, when you're hiring your assistants, your help, everyone from, right now I have authors, personal assistants, I hate calling them virtual assistants, but just general labor assistants, developers. You have to take a scattergun approach, look for many of them, and then keep that. There's gonna be one or two out of 10 to 100 that are actually worth the thing. And my favorite assistant came back to me this week and was like, well, let me know what you need help with. So I'm gonna let her know. I'm gonna give her something amazing, and I'm gonna make sure she's highly incentivized to want to stay. But anyway, you're rare, takeaway number 1. And takeaway number 2, these good help is hard to find. That's an age-old saying. It's been like that for a long, long time. And when you find them, treat them right, pay them well, get them in your business, get them invest in the business, give them skin in the game, give them something to shine on. Otherwise, they're gonna go somewhere else. They're gonna start their own thing, or they're gonna get hired by someone who's willing to pay a lot more money than you. That's it. I'll see you in the next one.